Hey, church. So, Pastor Brandon challenged us to make a video telling you about your story and how God has impacted you. A lot of you know about our daughter, Aubrey, but a lot of you don't know the whole story. While we were pregnant with Aubrey and Gracie, they found problems immediately. They noticed Aubrey was a lot smaller, had a lot less amniotic fluid at probably, I think it was about 7.5 to 8 weeks into the pregnancy. And they actually told us that Aubrey wouldn't make it, that the next time we had an ultrasound, she wouldn't be there. So we had to wait, I think it was a week or two, the longest week or two of my life. And she grew, but she was still significantly smaller with less amniotic fluid than Gracie. Well, we went in at 16 weeks to see the specialist at maternal fetal and found that we were diagnosed with twin transfusion, which was a disease in the placenta. It's 100% fatal for both babies if it's not treated. We had to go to Cincinnati, Ohio, at least once a week for 12 plus hours worth of doctor's appointments and scans. And finally, at about 19 weeks, they said, we need surgery now or you're going to lose them both. So we left on that Friday. We came back on that Monday morning, had surgery, and they told us if we would have waited one more day, we would have lost him. Bree had no fluid in her sac. She was 5 weeks behind developmental-wise, and her heart was pretty bad. Gracie's heart was pretty bad because she was getting way too much fluid. She couldn't handle it. It was just too much work for her. She was 3 or 4 weeks ahead, like size-wise. And she was just working. So we had surgery. It was successful. We waited, I think it was at 27 weeks. I went into labor. They stopped it after 3 days in the hospital and sent me home on even more monitored bed rest. Yay. They were doing good. Besides Bree's size, she, at 29 weeks, stopped growing. And they said, one more week. If she doesn't grow next week, she needs to come out. Bree actually had more than one thing wrong. She had, like, the tip of the placenta. So instead of being smack dab in the middle of it, she just had, like, this itty-bitty little piece. She was actually given 3% chance of survival of the pregnancy for those two reasons. And Gracie was given a 50-50 chance. And then after surgery, Gracie was given 74 or 80% chance. And then Bree was given, I think they may have bumped it up to either 16 or 23%. But she beat the odds. 29 weeks and 3 days, my water did break. They tried to stop it. It was not happening. They came. Aubrey was 2 pounds, 1/4 ounce, 12 inches long. Gracie was 3 pounds, 1 ounce, 15.5 inches long. So she was a lot bigger. She was very healthy. By the grace of God, actually, Gracie didn't even need oxygen at that time, which was awesome. Bree had some complications. They found that her esophagus was actually attached to her windpipe. So she was sent to another hospital. Had her first surgery at 2 days old. She was under 2 pounds. After that surgery, they couldn't get off the ventilator. They couldn't get her to stop. They couldn't get her to eat. They couldn't get her to do anything. She kept getting sick. They thought she had meningitis. They kept doing spinal taps. It was constant antibiotics. It was an insane roller coaster. 4.5 months, they found that she had a stage 3 laryngeal cleft, which is a hole in between her esophagus and her larynx. That shouldn't be there. Finally repaired it, and she did amazing. And I was told at that time by a nurse practitioner after they did the surgery, and she started to do well, that she said, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I didn't expect her to make it. She said she was so bad off several times, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her, that she prayed for the best, but in the pit of her stomach, she just didn't feel like it was going to happen. She did amazing. We've had over 70 procedures in the OR. She actually had to have 5 repairs of the cleft site. Bree has permanent damage to her lungs. We honestly don't know exactly what, if she's going to be limited, what she's going to be limited. We're not going to know. Doing amazing. We started coming to GC right before December of 2013. We kind of got used to isolating ourselves. You find out who your friends really are. A lot of people got scared, which I understand fully, but kind of left us. Just get scared. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to comfort you or be there for you. When you do have a child like Bree, they stop coming around. Some of them get bitter because you don't go to them. But with her, it's just kind of hard. So I understand why. But we had a lot of people abandon us as far as friends. We didn't really bring her out a whole lot, especially to church. We loved our church family, and they never did anything, but it was just, you can't bring her to Sunday school, and she's just not comfortable in the sanctuary all the time, and having to suction her during it's just disruptive, and if something happens, we need to run out. So we were invited by Sue Tab, Candy Tunnel, Miranda, Wyatt Mills. I love you guys. We love our church family. You guys have always made us so comfortable. Jenny taking Bree and not showing us how scared she was and just making us feel very comfortable and at home. And we have felt at home since then. We have been at church. We love going. We love serving. We miss it when we're not there. Thank you. You know, God showed us our miracle. I mean, she was given a 3% chance of surviving. And look at her. We are trach free. Yay. We are G-tube free and gained 8 pounds since her G-tube has been taken out, which is more than she's gained combined for over 2.5 years, which is awesome. It's just amazing that she would even do that. So far, she's got no limitations. She doesn't accept limitations. She knows she's a miracle. And I can't wait for her to tell her story to others and just show others, like, look, God exists. You know, if he doesn't, how could she be here? Like, how could you see everything that she's been through and not believe that there is somebody going, no, I'm not done with you yet. You are meant for great things on this earth. Well, sorry. I'm a little emotional. But this is my story. Don't give up. You know, Brian and I are, he's a great dad. He's a great best friend. I mean, he's the love of my life, and I thank God for him. God has worked with us as far as keeping us as strong as we possibly can. And being a special needs parent is very stressful. It's a high demanding job. It's never over and it's never easy. And that's why the divorce rate for special needs parents is up in the 90-something percentile. So for us to be the way that we are is a miracle, you know, and God working with us, because he says, no, I'm not done with you too. You know, I need you. You guys have a testimony and I need you to tell it, and I need you to tell it proud. So I love you, church. Thank you for always making us feel welcome and not like we're lepers. And for treating our kids like yours and loving them and just, you have no idea how much you all mean to us. So thank you. GC status. Have a good day.